today I say that it is better to speak until you have a no, okay? And that is my answer to the question, is it better to speak or to die? This question comes from the book and the movie Call Me By Your Name. So it's been 10 years that this question has been resonating in my head, okay? And this relates to dating and having crushes and liking people, but also dealing with rejection. And that's my answer. You should always speak. Always tell people how you feel, because you have nothing to lose, okay? So over the years, I created this metaphor that I tell my friends and that I tell myself. The door metaphor, okay? This is how it works. When you are in any type of relationship with anyone, there's a door between you and the person. This door is what I call like the romantic door, like the romantic relationship door. When you're friends with someone, when you're working with someone, you could have something with them. It's just the door separating you. You don't know if the person wants it. They don't know if you want it because the door's closed. It's the thing about like the cat in the box. You don't know if the cat's dead. You don't know if the cat's alive until you open the box. Going back to the door now. You should always be the one to open the door, in my opinion, because I hate waiting and I have no patience, and I see both outcomes as great outcomes. What are the outcomes? And what you're gonna do is the following. You, the person, the door. You're gonna open the door and you're gonna point it out. Hey, I opened the door. I am interested in you. You can walk through and meet me in my side, and then we can have something, or you can close it and I will be okay. Then they do whatever they want, because now the ball is in their court. It's their decision now. And this is where vulnerability comes from, and the fear of rejection comes in. And you should not be scared of rejection, because it's all ego-based, and I feel like everything that's ego-based is so ugly, and it just brings you back in life, you know? The beautiful things come from being vulnerable and letting people know how you feel. So this is that. Okay, so what are the two outcomes that could come from this? They could walk in, you have a great relationship, you do whatever you want with them, and you're happy, because when you have a crush, that's what you want. You want to be in a relationship with them. Or another great outcome. They close the door in your face and they say, no, I don't see you like that. You're like my sister. Or no, I just want to be friends. Or no, you're not what I'm looking for. What happens when you get a closed door in your face? Ooh, impact. You get sad. You deal with your feelings. You turn around. Then you move on with your life. How beautiful. You move on with your life. Then maybe someone else is going to open a door for you, and then you get to decide if you want to walk through or not. Then you open another door yourself for someone else. And then at some point, you are going to find someone, okay? That's the thing. That's why it's important to start opening the doors, okay? To start telling people how you feel. Because anyway, you're going to have an answer, and you're not going to be in your fantasy world anymore, having a crush and imagining how it would be like to be with them, okay? And this whole philosophy that I have goes very against everything that we're being fed as women, I feel like now, because ever since I saw the book Why Men Love Bitches, which I just read an article talking about how this book presents itself as empowering to women, as feminist, as like, oh, we're helping women to get men. just below the surface is very misogynistic, and it's telling women to change themselves to make them accommodate men's feelings and men's wants, and just dim yourself and basically change who you are to get a man. That's not what I want. That's not what you should want either. You should want someone that wants to be with you for who you are. How great. So my philosophy and my approach to dating goes very against this whole thing of like playing games and being nonchalant and being in your feminine era and energy, and I don't chase, I attract. Okay, I see, this is why, like, this is a very complex thing, because you're not chasing, you're just letting them know how you feel, and by doing that you are honoring yourself. This is the most important thing about this, okay? By doing this, you're doing yourself good. You are honoring your feelings. You're not hiding. You're not playing games. You're not pretending to not feel something. And even more, you're proving to yourself that you're strong enough to deal with the consequences of getting a no. That you can deal with your emotions and your feelings about getting rejected after, even if it comes to that, you know? Maybe it won't. Yeah. So I don't think you should be nonchalant. I think you should care, and I think you should care a lot about everything, okay? What do you gain by not caring? Tell me. I want someone to tell me, what do you gain about being nonchalant? I cannot think of one thing. You're protecting yourself. You're putting on a front and you're pretending that you don't care. So you're protecting your ego and you're not living your life to the fullest. And that's really not what we want, you know? I made some annotations. Let me see what I wrote down if I'm forgetting something. I want to tell so this is, I've done this a million times, okay, about just telling people that I like them. And sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't, and that's okay. I'm alive, I'm happy, I'm full, okay? But I also want to tell you about this whole until you get a no part, which I added later in life after this situation happened to me, okay? Because I was dating this guy for 3 months, okay? He was very love bomby, very very Italian, very love bomby, okay? And then out of nowhere, he broke up with me. No explanations, nothing. Random Sunday, I want to see you, broke it off. And then a year after that, I'm going to sound very romantic and very, I hate that I was feeling like this. This is why it's important, okay, to speak your feelings. Because for a year, I didn't have closure. Because he just broke things off, okay? With no explanation, nothing. He just broke off. I don't want to see you anymore. That's it. And I was like, well, okay, don't tell me twice. I'm also like this. When I get a no, baby, it's a no. Like, you're not getting the chance to get access to me anymore, okay? This is something very important. Until the no. He broke things off. And then a year after that, I was living in the same city as him. While we were together, I was not living here. I was looking for a house. He helped me look for a house. We went to visit apartments together. And then I found a house. And then I moved here. And I've been living here for a year and a half now. Okay? For a year, I was walking around town. Every time I passed somewhere that we went together, me and him, I was looking for him. I was hoping to see him somewhere and that he would see me, realize I was living here, rethink the whole thing, and we would get back together. That did not happen. Then one day, right before I was about to travel, I went out with a friend and I saw him out. I saw him out with a girl. Ugh, a knife in my chest. It was the first time this was happening to me, by the way. I have never seen any of my exes out and about, even more with someone else, okay? So I saw him, he saw me, no one said anything. It was very awkward. I was very sad. And then I went home and I was pondering on, should I speak or should I die? And in this moment, I still haven't felt a no, even though he broke up with me. Oh, stop it. This is the thing. Until you get a definite no for yourself, you need to get as many rejections as you need to let something go. That's what I needed. And that's exactly what I did. So after that, after seeing him with another girl out, I texted him. Okay? Because I don't think he would text me anyway, but he didn't have my number because I had changed my number after we broke up. So I texted him. I said, hey, bro, I feel like things didn't end well between us. I feel like do you feel like we could talk? Open the door. Because I was feeling that I didn't have closure. So I opened the door and I told him, hey, things are not okay for me. And I would want to know if you feel like we could talk. Open door. Vulnerable. Very vulnerable. I was very vulnerable. And what he told me is, no, I don't feel like we need to talk. Door in my face. And that door in my face, guys, was exactly what I needed. After a year of moping around and hoping to see this guy. And that's what I got. I got the no, the final no that I knew I needed, and I moved on. I literally moved on. I haven't thought about him. I haven't wanted to meet him anymore. So this is what I mean by speak until you get a no. And you have to feel the no, because the breakup wasn't a no for me. Because I didn't understand, okay? So I felt like he was maybe breaking up with me because he didn't know if I was going to live here. Maybe he was breaking up with me because, I don't know. I don't know why, okay? And then I felt like if he saw me, if he knew that I was here, he would want to go back with me. And then I get a final no. I got the final no, then I moved on. See? This is why it's important to always speak until you have a no. But then you get a no, then you respect yourself, and you move on. Yeah. I think this is very important to me, okay? This is something that I feel very strongly about, and this is the kind of advice that I give my friends all the time. But everyone is so scared about maybe getting a no. But that's the thing. When you get a no, you move on. And the beautiful thing is, if you speak, it could work out. So, always speak. Okay? Yeah. I want to hear what you guys have to say about this. And I will throw the question at you. Would you rather speak or would you rather die? Let me know. And I'll see you next week.